What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Johnny coming at you with a cool video. Guys, I got some sweet friend mail from our buddy MD. MD, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos and send me some nice mail. I wanted to give it, I got this the other day, wanted to give it the respect it deserved. I was running late with videos, don't like getting too much over 10 minutes, and I didn't want to gloss over this awesome letter he sent me and wanted to answer some questions. And I never really get to answer questions or show off a lot of my stuff that I've been meaning to do. I've been working hard at this TTM thing. You guys have been going around with me on this journey. So let's get to it and read this letter, guys. It says, my name is MD and I am a big fan of your channel. I grew up a baseball fan but got out of it quite a while. Recently, I've gotten back into it, pulling out my old cards and starting to collect again. When I learned that people can do TTM, it got me inspired. That is how I found your YouTube page. I've just sent out my first TTMs last week. My kids and I are sending stuff out together. Hopefully, we will be getting our very first return soon. I have a few questions for you if you don't mind offering your thoughts. Well, first of all, I think I addressed it in my last video. The fact that you're getting back, I collected in the late 80s, 90s. I have kids now. I'm knocking the camera over. And just like you, when I realized, oh my gosh, people are sending, especially during COVID, nobody was going anywhere and people were able to send out, requests for autographs. So I started the same thing, and before you know it, the collection grew. So let's answer some of these questions you got here. First one, where do you get your addresses? I am using Sports Card Forum, but was wondering if your addresses come from there. All right, Sports Card Forum is a great source. I started at Sports Card Forum and started using, guys, and as a lot of TTMers know, there's lots of sites. There's Star Tiger. There's lots of different sites you can use. Personally, I use sportscollectors.net. I used to use Sports Forum more so because it is a free site. And sportscollectors.net, MD, is also have some free options. But I spent $15 once I decided I'm going to do this TTM thing. I am all in. I pay $15 a year and it opens up the whole site. It tells you about private signings. It tells you who signs. It tells you, sports other than sports. Tells you the percentages of people that sign, their addresses, if there's a fee, yada, yada, yada. It gives a lot of great information. So sportscollectors.net. That is what I use majority of the time. All right, next. Regarding the cards you select TTM, do you already own complete sets out of these different sets, or have you sought out singles of players you already know signed TTM? Great question. Okay, so when I started TTMing, I started picking just the players that I had. I mean, Hall of Famers, my first couple of, Wade Boggs was a huge thing. Juan Gonzalez, Andre Dawson, some of my favorites. Those were my first guys out. Hall of Famers, didn't cost that much. That's what I started with. And then as I was going out and knowing who signed more, I started picking up. Now, I mean, I've been doing this for just a little bit, but every time I go to a card show or every time I go somewhere, I pull up sportscollectors.net, and there's a search section, and I will sit down and go through cards, and that's kind of how I learn who signs and who doesn't sign, other than watching other people's videos. I find out that's what people do to my videos, but that's awesome. That's how I got into this. So I'll just sit down with sportscollectors.net and start typing last names in. If they sign and it's a pretty recent sign, boom, it goes in the take home pile. And the more I do that, the more I just kind of sponge up the people that sign. So that's kind of how I do it. When I first started, my first set I started with a 1989 Fleer. I really love that set. Me and my dad, a lot of nostalgia. We opened a lot of that stuff looking for the Billy Ripken cards and the Air cards. So I got a lot of those. So I started with that. That was the first set I really started saying, okay, I'm going to go card by card, put the last name in, and whoever signs, I'm going to do it. And then it splurged out to, I started popping the sets I already had, going through them. There was an eBay challenge a year ago that was for 90, so that gave me an excuse to pop up like 7 sets that I had, just cheap wax era 90s, popped open sets and just going through cards. And that's a good way I popped up a lot of stuff. So now it's a free-for-all. It's all sports. I go through cards that I have. And I don't care if their last name with that website is pretty neat because you type in the last name and it tells you. And it's so hard for me not to send even any sport or any non-sport an autograph or request out if it's a free signer, especially. All right, let's keep going, guys. Great questions. What is your biggest wish list TTM return or waiting on, or a player you wish signed TTMs? Well, I tell you, Nolan Ryan's my favorite player. I got a Nolan Ryan back there. I have not sent one out to Nolan Ryan. He's a $75 charge. I have his rookie. I've always wanted to send that out and get that autograph. One day I probably will. $75 is not a lot of money if you think, I mean, it is a lot of money, but not for what you're getting. For me, for an autograph signer. And he has a great autograph, Nolan Ryan does. My first in-person autograph that I ever met the person was Willie Stargell. That's where I got these 2 cards. I usually have one of these cards in the back of all my videos. He was just made such an impression on me. He has a great autograph. He passed away quite some time ago, but probably late 80s, early 90s, I got these, got to meet him in a signature mall setting. But he left an impression on me. So that was my first kind of in-person. Peyton Manning, there goes that card. Peyton Manning, he's not signing right now, but he's a donation fee. I'm a Knoxville native. I live in Knoxville. He is a god in football around this area. So that was a kind of a big thing for me. I've gotten some great autographs. Some of my favorites, let's see. Whitey Ford, I sent that out before he passed away. He has a great autograph, and this is a sweet card. I really enjoy that one. My favorite one, a lot of my favorite ones. 2 of my favorite signatures are Goose Gossage and Raleigh Fingers. Anytime you can get these guys on dual cards, that's just like one of my favorites. So I got an Al Hrabosky and Goose on there. These double cards, like I said, great looking ink. You know who has a great autograph? Is the Chicken, Ted Giannolis. MD, if you haven't, get some Chicken cards. Ted is a generous guy. He's probably have the best signature in the game. He's a free signer. He's always so generous. He always, check this out. Look at his penmanship. Always sends a note. So that's always been a favorite of mine. Let's see. How long have you been TTMing? I guess it's about 2 years now. 2 years solid. I've been doing it, and I've been documenting it on YouTube. So feel free to check out my first videos and how it kind of morphed into what it is. It's kind of addicting, so be careful, MD. Be careful. What's your favorite card set? Like I said, 89 Fleer was probably my first set that I really worked on. I really dug that. It has nostalgia purposes for me. Some of my favorite also TTMers, these cards over the last 2 years that I've gotten. I want to show off a couple of these. Of course, Allen and Ginter looks great autographed. Dawson's, Bylevin, Wade Boggs. Some of those Topps Chrome, Sandberg. Here's Palmer. Those are some nice looking cards. Like I said, some of my favorite. Juan Marichal, great signer. He has a great autograph. There's Goose again. Carl Erskine, older gentleman, still signed. Check out Steve Garvey. That's a sweet looking card. Like as you could tell, I like my Wade Boggs and Gossages. Got him on a Marlins even there. Jim Grant before he passed away. Mudcat. Look at Sandberg on a Smokies uniform when he's a manager here in Knoxville. Steve Garvey there. Yes, I said, and look at these. I love these Diamond Kings. Perez is the artist. Look at Raleigh, Hera. There's Perez right there in the middle, which is really cool. Viola. Some great looking ink on those cards. They really look good. Then we got the newer galleries. I like collecting the newer sets. Not the newer sets, but like look at some of these classics. I like these Hometown Heroes sets a lot. Some really good guys there. Look at that. Mazeroski, LaRusso, Vita Blue, Brooks Robinson, Bill Campbell, Campaneris, Mud. Look at that. Matlack, Wilbur Wood, Claude Osteen still signing. There's Babe Ruth's granddaughter. As close as I'm going to get to Babe Ruth. Herboski, Sal Bando. Just a really cool. I like putting these older sets together. When you got a lot of these things in the binders, they look great. Look at Dick Grote. There's Erskine again. Just a whole bunch of different kind of cards like this. Takes time, but man, when they're all in there like that, they look great. I appreciate the look at Joe Nuxall for the Reds. Bill Verdon before he passed away. He had a good signature. He passed away last year. Dave Kingman, he either hit the bomb or struck out, but he's a great signer for $5. And check out this Hometown Hero set. Really dig this set. The yellow background just pops. Wade Boggs, Joe Carter, Boddicker, of course. Look at there's Brooks Robinson again, Rick Monday, Larry Boa. Like I said, I appreciate the chance just to show off some cards. Like I said, the Senior League cards really look cool. Marabella, Grote, York, there's Kingman again, Bob Shirley. Don't want to make this too long, guys, but anyways, some of the cards that I really, there's Bill Lee. Man, this video's getting long. Probably should show more of these guys. Anyways, let's see what else you got here. You have covered all of some of these questions in the video before. I'm so sorry for the newbie questions. I will look forward to blind trade sometime, but I don't have any cards. That's cool. Keep up the great vids and fun content. Sincerely, MD. MD, I hope that answered some of your questions. Dude, thanks for the questions. You know what? I'm going to send you a few cards. You're getting ready. You're going to find out Frank Tanana is a great signer. This is one of the things, testimonials he sends out with his autograph. He sends that out. Frank Thomas, the original OG Frank Thomas, sends this card out when you sign to him. He's a great signer. I believe he's $5. I'll send that to you just to get you started. And everybody loves a little Ernie Witt on a 1989. MD, I'm sending this stuff to you. Thanks for your time. Keep collecting, guys. Johnny out.